Hey everybody, welcome back to the wagon building video, Grampus wagon. Right, so the aim of the game today is to put, I don't know if you can see that or not, put part 10, which I've lost one of these, if you can see that or not. Part 10 is there, this is part 8, is the brake lever bar, and part 10 goes on the side of the wagon. And of course, when I was working on the Rowie in the 80s, I actually did this a few times, because that sort of pops out of there and slides down into those grooves. There's sort of grooves there, and it sort of, you know, it sort of, well, I might be wrong, but it was over 30 years ago. But I remember doing braking wagons when they were rolling along. I remember that. I remember you unhook the brake lever, it just sort of drops down and sort of sits. You just press weight on it, and it activates all the brake shoes. But so that's the aim of the game today, is to attempt to glue part 10 and 8 and crank to 9, which is I think with this end, onto that V hanger here. That's what I have to try and do. I had to order some glue off of eBay because the glue I used dried up, so I got a tube of Revel glue instead. So contactor, it will do just as good a job as the other one. It smells exactly the same, so it will hopefully be fine, because that plastic weld I got is utter crap. It doesn't work. Plastic weld. Somebody told me to buy plastic weld. I can't find it now, but it doesn't work. So that was a waste of money off of eBay. Typical. So we had to pay £1 something or whatever it was for a tube of glue. Right, so I'm going to try and attempt to glue this in place. And I say try, because I had to use my phone to take a picture of one. You can see that or not? See that part there? Which is that part dangling there. That's what we've got to stick onto the side of the wagon, in between. Oh, Samsung Galaxy S2. Yes, I know it's an old phone, but it does the job. This part here, part 10, between these two lines, it goes right bang in the middle by the looks of it. And the cranked bit is there, so we have to try and achieve that goal. So I'm going to try and use this as a guide today. I just need to prop it up with something. A big heavy train weight. Slide that over there. I did contact the company regarding the part 10 I lost, but I've not had a phone call yet. I need to find it, because you have to do the same, exactly the same on the other side. So I've got to turn the wagon over and do exactly all this stuff all over again, which I'm not really looking forward to. So this part 10, we have to make sure the brake handle's around the right way, and that is like a knob. I think you see that there's like a knobbly bit on the inside, I think. Yeah, it's that side. The brake handle sits that side, with the guide sits that side. So that guide basically goes, according to that, in between these two lines here. So this sort of gives you a rough gluing sort of thing. But I'm going to try and glue this in, then try and somehow do the brake handle. Somehow, because that actually goes that way around, not the other. I thought it sticks out. It's not. The handle goes inwards, according to that photograph. So we've got to slide part 10 down to where it has to go somewhere. That basically rests between those two lines at the top. So, but we've also got to make sure that this is exactly the right position. It's going to be real tricky, I tell you. I ain't looking forward to it, because I hate fiddly things. It's a nightmare. Big fingers and little fiddly things is not a good combo. Oh, but anyway, here goes. So we're going to try my best to get this right first time. So I won't glue the bar in, I'll keep it loose, but we'll try and put a little blob of glue on that, and that goes in. The picture's gone. Come back. Thank you. That goes facing inwards. That goes between the two lines, but hanging down. The brake sole bar pivot is there, so it's about there. But I need to get my magnifying glass because it's so small I can't actually see what I'm doing. This big old magnifying glass I got is an ideal bit of kit. Got it at an O-Gauge show for £25, I think it was. Alright, so it's about there basically. So just put some pressure on that. Brake handle doesn't matter where it is right now because you know it slides backwards and forwards. So that I hope is in place. So I've got to slide that back a bit. It's too far forwards. Too far forwards. It's got to go right bang in the middle of those two, like that. That sort of distance. I'll be happy with that. So we'll let that glue dry. It was raining. It's stopped now. But it did say it's going to clear up. So that looks alright to me, from what I can see. Let's just make that, just put that out a little bit. That's it. Right, so we'll let that dry. Oh, it moved. Oh, don't you just hate that? Oh, it moved. Damn it. We'll let that dry. Brake handle's facing inwards. So we'll come back later and just let that dry. It's about that position. Not sure how long it takes for this glue to dry yet, but hopefully not long. Right, so it looks like it's in between the two. Right, okay. We'll leave that as it is. I think it needs just a little bit of movement. Oh, Buddha. Where's that block when you need one? Damn it. We'll slide this block. Just to keep it in position. Like that, so that's hanging, pointing, you know, pointing straight downwards. Right, okay then. Oh. Right, so we have to let this dry now. I don't know how long it takes. I have no idea. It takes as long as it takes, about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I don't know. So Airfix kits, it normally dries quite quickly when you're doing plain kits. So hopefully it won't be long and I can carry on and try and get that pivot thing in, which I'm not looking forward to because I know it's going to be a bit fiddly. So I did order, I did speak to the company about the part 10 I'd lost because, like I said, it was on my table and it just vanished after I knocked it on the floor. But they, of course, they didn't ring me back, so it means now on Monday I'm going to have to ring them again and get the ball rolling again because I need to turn the wagon over and do the other side. Exactly the same as I'm doing with this. I've got to do all that stuff all over again, but on the other side. Joy! Looking forward to that. But, you know, what can you do? But, I've got to tie this table. It's getting ridiculously messy now. Alright. Okay, pause the video and we'll come back a little bit later. Well, we're back. It's raining very lightly. Right, so let's see if that's stuck. That's what we're looking at there, is that thing there, part 10, which is there, part 10. Part 8 is the bar. So the aim of the game is now to try and stick that onto the V hanger. I'm not looking forward to it because it's going to be real fiddly for me with big fingers using that glue, so I'm going to use, I hope this doesn't get in the way of the camera. I think it will. You can see the base of it there, can't you? Well, you know, there's not much choice I've got really, because without this it's going to be a nightmare. I'll try and put the lens this side so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Right, got a good shot at it now. It's not in the way, is it? No, I can see the base. Right, okay then. So we're gonna try, and I say try, to glue part 8 onto the V hanger. I thought I had a pair of doodahs, what do you call them, in my little hobby box here, which I really do need to get out and go through. Tweezers, yeah, I had tweezers, but where they've gone, I don't know. I think they might be in my bedroom, possibly. Oh no, they're here. No, I got them. I got them. Right, so we've got a pair of tweezers I use for O gauge, pick up small things, because it's just a nightmare for me trying to deal with, you know, small stuff. This has a light. I'm going to put the light on because it'll be better for me. Have a bit of light on the subject. Here we go. Instant fix. Is that all right? Can we see all right? Yeah. Just move the wagon up a tad. Right. Okay then. So we're going to drop a little bit of glue onto that V hanger, and then we're going to try and position that brake lever using the tweezers on top of that little pivot point. Just need a tiny speck of glue like that little blob. Then we'll put this V hanger using the tweezers on top. Oh, don't move. Put the V. It's moved again. Where's that train weight? There. Put that inside the wagon. Put that inside. That'll stiffen up a bit. Right, so we're going to try and push that on top of the V hanger at that point there, and press down for a little bit. Right, to me that looks fine. It looks like it's smack bang on the pivot point. I'm happy with that. I thought that was going to be a little bit hard, but once you glue that in place, it makes this just a tad easier. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. Just go down a little bit. Just bend the wagon around a tad. If you can see that, but it's just there. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's just there. But that went okay. So there was no disaster. I'm actually happy with that. So what we'll do, we'll let that dry, and then we'll come back. Unfortunately, I'm going to not sure what else I can do, because I've got to turn the wagon over and do the other side. I could do the middle bits, those bits there. Can undo that lot, prep it for next week. So I don't know how long it takes to you know, get a new part 10. I've looked everywhere for it, and so far I've not seen it. I don't know why. It should be here. So I'm going to have this lot up and see if I can find part 10. But that is good. I'm happy with that. That went all right to me. No problem at all. So we'll let that dry, and then we'll come back to next week, because I can't really do much, to be honest, other than cut the plastic bits off. That's a bit boring. So we'll get that done. But other than that, that looks all right to me. So just press that down. Oh, don't move it. Oh, don't move it. Press that down on top of the V hanger there. Where's that little train weight? I had a little train weight somewhere. That would be perfect to sit on top, but it's gone. I can't find my weights. They were here. They were here. Got one of them. That's a big one, not the little one. I can't find it for some reason. They were here, but they seem to have vanished. That's what I didn't need really. Damn. Oh well, no. We'll just let that rest on there anyway. It looks alright to me. I'm happy with that. Right, that's it. We'll come back either next week or whenever, or the week after, or whatever, next Saturday. Saturday today, and you know, we'll so pour the train weight out. Let's see, that's what we've done today. If you can see that or not. Slide it along, that bit there. The V-hanger. That's what we did today. Right, okay then. Right, cheers for watching. I hope you found that useful. I'm going to continue building the wagon build videos. Sorry, I'm going to continue on with them until this damn thing is finished. So I can't wait to get this fish out of the way so I can get on with something else. It's kind of holding me back really, but that looks alright to me. I'm happy with that. Right, cheers for watching, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week for the MRE review, which I'm quite looking forward to because it's something totally different for a change. Something I haven't done when nobody else has done either. So we'll see you Wednesday, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.